All right, so our order tonight will be Brooks to Christy to Elizabeth, Gretchen, Heidi, Holly, Jacqueline, Jane T, Jenny, Jess, Jill, oops, Julia, Kat, Kathleen O, Kathy White, Nina, Pat, Powell, Rashay, Tam, Tay. Tay, you'll pass to Catherine. Catherine will pass to me, and I'll pass to Brooks. So maybe before we get started, just inviting you to close your eyes again. Maybe just bringing our attention to the breath. Just noticing what it feels like to breathe. Bringing our attention to those parts of our bodies that are in contact with the world around us. Just noticing the sensation of that contact. Perhaps noticing if there's some tension in your jaw, and just let the mouth go. Noticing if you're carrying tension in your shoulders. Maybe just offering your body any kind of stretch or little adjustment that you might want to make. Just finding a way to feel comfortable. And then maybe placing your hands on your heart. Just feeling what it's like to have this heart here in this moment. Some of you have heard me talk about how memories can only happen here and now. And in this way, our memories exist in the eternal present. Just inviting you to go back into your memory. Maybe remembering when you signed up for this training, what it felt like in your body. Remembering our first class, remembering that first remotely guided walk, remembering our breakout rooms, and our discussions. Remembering co-guiding each other. And remembering your first walks in person. Remembering your solo wander. Your harvest project. Remembering all these experiences we've shared with each other. Just noticing how being in these memories makes you feel. Perhaps we can all take one breath together. And come back to our circle. So before we get started, I let a few people in during that time. So just checking that I have this correct. So Angel and Laura and Lynn, were you the ones that I let in? Okay, so I've already called out an order for us, but I'm going to amend it. So I'll pass it to Angel. Angel will pass it to Laura. Laura will pass it to Lynn. And Lynn, you're going to pass it to Brooks. So with that, our prompt is pretty simple. What would you like to share to feel complete with this part of your forest therapy guide training experience? Knowing that this doesn't have to be the last thing we say to each other. We'll always have our WhatsApp group, and hopefully we'll all get to see each other in person one of these days. So just whatever feels right in this moment. And, you know, we're going for like a 2 to 3 minute share, something like that. Maybe you want to mention what you're carrying forward from this experience across this threshold of incorporation. So with that, would someone like to get us started? Oh, Kathleen. So yeah, thank you. If what you'd like to share to feel complete includes sharing something about your harvest project, then you can just type it into the chat and I'll make you a co-host, and then you'll be able to share your screen. All right.
I'll volunteer to go first.
All right, great.
So I'll share this poem that I wrote for my harvest project. It's a poem of gratitude, because that's one thing that I'm harvesting. Give away complete awareness to the forest. Receive wisdom within emptiness. Become full in long periods of silence. Explore the soft illumination and shadows beneath a full moon. Feel the cool and fleshy thickness of eroded sand beneath the cliff. Gaze upon the dancing leaves of the canopy. Kiss the moss with soft lips. Learn the tireless call of a whippoorwill. Extend a greeting to all those around. Hello, and until next time. Build trust and grow with each exposure. Linger nature's soothing call. Fade the mind and the thoughts. Leave the stories of explanations and reasonings. Just be free. Surrender into the flow, the mysterious, the uncontrollable. Mirror myself in all, and all in myself. Echo throughout all of existence. Resonate in each beat of my own heart. Restore belief in our universal connection. Thank you all. And I am passing to Jill.
I didn't prepare anything, and I don't know that I would have anything 2 minutes worth of sharing right now. I probably have like 2 hours worth of sharing, but 2 minutes feels really confusing to me. But yeah, I think I echo that sentiment of gratitude for all of you and for this experience. And I'm passing to Julia.
Thank you. My web of interbeing mobile is behind us in the wind. I don't.
Oh, you just went on mute somehow.
I'm so grateful this went so fast. I feel like I've been given like everything. I was going to say has a lens or like a filter, but really it's more like a veil has been taken off. So everything I experience now is like richer and crystalline and connected. So that's just like changing my world. I really believe this work will change the world. And it's given like legitimacy to something I always felt inside. Like the comfort and the soothing of me, and that what nature has always given to me, but I kept it inside. And now I know it's just like coming home. So now we have a community together. So, and also things like invitations, I'm really taking into even things like my work. Like, is this really just an invitation instead of an exercise or an activity? And certainly the listening, like that, listening openly and taking things in with total acceptance. So they're life-changing. Thank you. And I'm passing to Kat.
Hey everyone. I was celebrating with some ice cream and treat myself. And then I can show off my harvest project. I got into doing like moss art during the pandemic, and so I made this, which is some moss art with the like various beings that I've collected on some of my walks and such. So I'm gonna hang that somewhere. And I can't believe that 6 months have gone by. It went by so fast. And I just have to say, I'm so glad that I decided to do this for personal reasons, and just like happy to accomplish this. And then just also, yeah, I think this is something that's really needed in the world. So I'm happy that I can contribute to it. Yeah, thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure. Oh, and I'm passing to Kathleen O.
Lovely, thank you. Sentiments are, I know it's not nice to just say ditto, but what you all have shared has been remarkably touching, and I agree with all of it. I actually think I thought I was going to be presenting my harvest project, but I'm going to spare you because it's way more than 2 minutes. But I'll put it in the WhatsApp chat if anyone wants. I'd love that some of you have shared yours already, so thank you for doing that. But what it is a reflection of picture, like, right, pictures speak 1,000 words. And this has been a heart sense experience for me. And there's really no words to describe it. So that's why I'm rambling a little bit right now. And so I thought pictures could better represent how I felt about it. And again, pictures say 1,000 words. And the song that is with it is The Wind by Cat Stevens. So if any of you are familiar with that song, like, it resonates by saying, like, I'm going to let the wind take my soul wherever it needs to go. And that's kind of encompasses how I feel about this experience, is I'm just going to let the wind take me where I want to go. On my solo walk, I ended up doing a second one because the first one had some weird stuff going on, and I just need to take it where the wind's letting me go. Thanks to Cat Stevens. It's a beautiful song. And all the pictures that you'll see in the harvest presentation are ones that I've taken throughout this year, throughout this journey. So it's been so wonderful to watch like ice and snow to like the blooming of the spring and the growth of summer. And like I'm a sweaty mess in the pictures because it's like 95 degrees outside. So it's just been a journey, and I'm excited for, I think Julia, you were saying like my attention to things that I never paid attention to before is there. So thank you. And the wind is now passing it on to Kathy White. Take it away.
Hi, thanks, Kathleen. So this morning I decided to go to my sit spot and did a little ceremony of gratitude for the place that I've been going to every day for the 6 months. Again, I can't imagine that it happened so fast. It seems really quick, but it was really nice. I brought some flowers and incense and tobacco and a candle and called everybody in. And the feeling that I got was like there was very much a reciprocity, and they were really excited for this new chapter to happen. And it felt like from this time of having a sit spot and sitting in one place for so long that I built up a relationship with the trees and the plants in this forest. And even the other day, a deer came right up practically to me. And yeah, it's been a really, really nice journey. I did make a little poem for my thought on the way of the guide. So the forest is the therapist, the guide opens the door. What does this mean to me if I am to guide? What does this mean? Slow down, be still, notice, listen, smell, feel, taste, reciprocity, relationship, communication, wonder, awe, tea, becoming forest, hosting others to grow this too. Sending much gratitude out to Tam and Ben, to my fellow guides in training, and to the forest. Thanks all for the inspiration. And I'm passing on to Nina.
Thanks, Kathy. I haven't prepared anything as well, but I too feel so much gratitude. And what I really comes for me, to complete this whole journey is because when I started it and when I ended both times, this was a very difficult time when I signed up for this whole process. And I really took Ben and Tam's words to heart, just enjoy the process. And I completed everything, but I did it so differently this time. I just didn't stress over it. I didn't do my sit spot every day. I didn't do everything that I should have done, and it was all right. I just trusted what they said, and let it just come as it came, and it was. I think I just felt so much freedom because of that. I mean, I feel accomplished that I came out of it and finished it, but more because the way I did it, I think it was just, there was so much grace and, relaxation and freedom in it. So I'm very grateful to all of you through all these months. It was great to have you with me. And then the other thing I feel is I thought I was signing up to be like guiding others, but I feel like through this process, I've just guided myself, and I don't think I'm in the same place I was at the end of this whole journey. So I'm very excited. I feel sad that it's over, but I'm very, very happy for all of you. Good luck. I think you're all going to be awesome guides. Thank you. And I'm going to pass it on to Pat.
Thanks, Nina. So I want to share a vocabulary word, which I think reflects what I harvested from our joint experience. So the word is dadirai. This is an Aboriginal Australian word describing contemplation, deep inner listening, and quiet awareness of creation that allows you to be at peace with yourself and come to a deeper understanding of the beauty of nature. So I'm going to pass it along to Pao.
Al, you with us?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Luckily, we are together. It's raining right now in the early morning in Thailand. It's still raining. And this is my first rainy season that I feel that is not only for my tree, only for my home, only for my garden. But for all, for this raining. And I also harvesting from this raining. And would love to share my first draft from my first book. but is harvesting with all your friends. Thank you. Thank you for being together. And it seems impossible until today that, yeah, like Ben said on the first day, and I love that wording, relax, 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 and you'll be you completely, truly. Thank you for our relax. And may I pass to my friend, Lashe.
Thank you, Pal. I am this journey, I tell you, I can't even believe it's been 6 months for sure. I was really sad when I realized this was the last time I'm going to see y'all's gorgeous smiles on Zoom. But no, I was thinking and I was kind of reflecting on when we started, and then it was like it was right at the time of my life that I don't even realize how much I needed this training and just to kind of to start this journey. I turned 46 yesterday, and I was thinking, wait, I'm turning 46, so I'm like almost at 50 now in my mind. Newly empty nester with the kids. And that was kind of sad, but then I was like, wait, but I have this amazing force therapy journey that I'm just embarking on. And it has been the most beautiful thing. Like just, I don't know, I didn't think I could love nature anymore. And now I'm like 100 times more falling in love with nature, and just being able to, like when I've guided walks and seeing the people, my friends, my coworkers, people I love so much and care about, just seeing how amazing nature is loving them and how much they relaxed they are, and how much they're benefiting. And it just, I don't know, like it has, I am just in awe of how nature has showed up, and how in all of the different ways that that everybody needs it. It just loves us well and nurtures us well. So I think that's what I'm carrying, just this deep sense of gratitude. I don't know, I feel like nothing will be the same in the most beautiful way. And being able to take this journey with you all, like y'all are amazing. I'm like, I don't live in the same state as any of you all. And I feel like y'all are my brothers and sisters now. I feel like I got extended family. And yeah, so I don't know, I'm just really grateful. So honored to just like listen to you all, learn from you all, each of you, and just, bear witness to your stories. So yeah, I'm just filled with love. And so very grateful. And I am passing to Tam.
Everyone. I'm calling in from P-Town, Massachusetts at the start of it. And feels very poignant because it's sort of like the end of something, the beginning of something. And I think, what I'm harvesting right now in this time of honey badger transition time is around the way the guy, and how I resonated with, like, I came into this training in 2017 like I'm going to guide people, and it was definitely like so much more of a personal journey than I did. And the way that's really this season has around like really questioning. I'm asked or even invited to do something, whether that thing is right. So I feel like an ability to listen to my own needs a little better, and to question. I'm in this inquiry exploration of framework versus dogma, and sort of like when framework starts to feel dramatic, where it can expand for me as a participant in various frameworks. And I'm feeling like great hope and expansiveness around sort of just modeling new ways of participating in really cool things that need to be participated in different ways. So with that, I believe I'm passing to Tay.
Sorry, I'm on my phone, a little new to the format. But first of all, hello, beautiful souls. Thank you all so much for your shares. It's been a beautiful journey so far. And I think just hearing a lot of your stories, I feel like I'm, there's no behind, but I definitely feel like I'm very in the molding of this new story and this new journey. I would like to share that I had an interesting experience with a lot of what I consider my teachers and my messengers a few days ago. And for me, that is a Kiskadee, a Carolina Wren, and a hawk. And they all showed up yesterday, right before I was about to reconnect with someone who I felt like I've always had a kinship with. And it was kind of perfect for this leading into this Zoom call, because I feel like a lot of things are aligning, and I feel like a lot of that is reciprocated in this space. And for my harvest project, I don't have too much to share, but I have mentioned in one of the comments before that I'm really trying to create some forest therapy songs for kiddos. I think that would be really fun for a sharing circle. And I did want to share a little bit of that tune with you, because I think everyone has a piece in it just by being you. And it's called, or the first song I want to try to write is, it's called I See You in the Forest. Actually, let's not, I got a little nervous, so I'm gonna butcher it, but I'm just gonna sing it. Goes, I see the forest and the forest sees me. We come together in harmony. Thank you for being you. And that's just my thank you for being you to all of you. I feel like there is a kinship in this group. And with a little buzz of a WhatsApp, I feel like, oh, the birds are flying over me, So I'm just grateful to everybody and for this experience. And I believe I'm passing it to Catherine.
Thanks so much, everyone. It's so great to be with you all tonight. And again, it's very bittersweet for me. I found like I'm dragging my heels sending in my last few assignments, because it's like I don't really want to be done. But yeah, I think we're all just beginning, really. This is like, you get your certification and then you start learning, right? And I've had a lot of life things going on during the course, and I feel like the course has really held me and supported me. And at first I was kind of disappointed that I wouldn't be able to get to an immersion this year. And actually now I'm like, no, this is great, because I can really just enjoy the course, maybe go back and, listen to some more of our calls again, do some more guiding. And then 2025, I'm so excited to go to one of the immersions. So that will be great. And again, it's like, I kind of signed up for this course thinking, well, I've done some self-study about forest bathing, but this will kind of polish off the edges. And honestly, I feel like I was cracked open by this course. It was unbelievable for me. And I found a poem, which is definitely not written by me, because it's so beautiful. And it just seems to sum up everything that I feel and that I kind of want my participants to feel. So I'm going to read this poem, which is called For the Senses, and it's by an Irish poet and priest called John O'Donoghue. May the touch of your skin register the beauty of the otherness that surrounds you. May your listening be attuned to the deeper silence where sound is honed to bring distance home. May the fragrance of a breathing meadow refresh your heart and remind you that you are a child of the earth. And when you partake of food and drink, May your taste quicken to the gift and sweetness that flows from the earth. May your inner eye see through the surfaces and glean the real presence of everything that meets you. May your soul beautify the desire of your eyes, that you might glimpse the infinity that hides in the simple sights that seem worn to your usual eyes. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me, and I hope we'll all keep in touch. And I am passing to Ben.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like this cohort started with Tam and I joking about how awesome it would be to have a honey badger cohort and how we'd probably get the coolest people to sign up if we named it honey badger, which I feel totally validated by. Like, that was a very strong theory. And yeah, this has been a challenging 6 months for me. And I just want to say thank you for bearing with me through this, and in your own ways also supporting me in this time. There was like one call, like a debrief call, where I literally just like had to jump off the call and you all just mentored yourselves. And it was like, oh my God, this group, so cool. And yeah, I felt like this was a very easy training because you all just really were in it. And you just all brought so much of yourselves and made it really easy for Tam and I. So yeah, I'm also carrying forward a lot of gratitude and trust that you all kind of have it in you already. Like, my job is just to hold that space for you to discover it or remember it and just bring it into reality. And yeah, I think you're all going to do amazing, wonderful things. Even if you don't decide to like guide forest therapy walks, I think just being yourselves does something absolutely incredible for our world. So just keep doing that, showing people your heart. So we had a few people jump in, so I'm just going to reiterate this order because I kind of like messed with it a little bit. So I'm passing to Jane Stubbs. Jane Stubbs, you're passing to Rachel. Rachel to Angel. Angel to Laura. Laura, you're going to pass it to Brooks, but in between there, we're just going to read what Lynn put into the chat because Lynn is having technical problems. Or actually, maybe since I'm talking right now, I'll just do that and then Laura will pass to Brooks. That would be easier. All right, coming back to Lynn. I'm just going to read the whole thing. I'm having technical issues and cannot unmute. This is Lynn. Love the first poem and would love to see it in the chat. Grateful for our time to explore and community of like-minded folks on this journey to gather, feel expansive, immersed, and much more sense forward, seeing beauty and awe in every day and guiding experience. Thanks. Thanks, Lynn. So with that, I'm going to pass it to Jane Stubbs.
I've been thinking a lot and then trying not to think at all about the fact that this stage is over, because I feel like I'm really on a threshold, but it's the kind of threshold where you just sort of step over and the air comes under your wings and you fly away. So that's what I'm feeling right now. But the air is in fact the support of everyone. It's like everyone's breathing into the space. And I'm looking forward to whatever unfolds. Thank you all. I'm passing to Rachel.
Hi, everybody. Gosh, this is like unexpectedly emotional. I didn't know what to expect, really. And maybe I was in denial that this space is transitory and temporary. I'm extremely grateful for the relationships that I feel like I've built with the cohort members, the teachers, and especially nature and the forest. I feel like I've known it more intimately than I ever have, and maybe that I've recovered a part of me that I left in my childhood, but shouldn't necessarily stay there, and I can carry that forward. And I have so many I've just received so much gift and grace from this. I'm at a big transition in my life, and it might probably means losing or having to move from my home, which I've always felt like my home is where my heart is, but this way of the guide and this relationship building and community building that I have learned over these months through the way of the guide has given me this sense of like that, like I truly am at home wherever I am, that no matter where I go, I have the tools to build and share and connect. And that is extremely priceless. I actually was just in P-Town last Friday, and I saw the most beautiful sunset at Race Beach that I have ever seen in my life. And I was there with my 3 kids, and I was just like, oh, maybe I'll live here now. So I just, I feel quite free to take what I've learned and wander with it with a sense of, I don't know, deep connection and groundedness that I just have never experienced before. So I am extremely grateful. Oh, and I also I am going to do my immersion in Ontario, Canada, which I've never been there before, in September. I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'm going to do some more forest therapy walks with my certification. And I have 186 members in my meetup group. So I'm like, that's like something. I feel propelled, and yeah, it just feels good. So thank you all. This has been an honor. I'm passing to Angel.
Thanks, Rachel. I was out in my backyard a couple days back doing some wild tending, and I had a memory back to February at my sit spot, and it was, pretty empty. The trees didn't have any leaves, and there wasn't much growth of any kind. And then I remembered March and April at my sit spot, watching little sprouts, poke out of the ground and buds returning back to the tree. And then I was out there in the backyard, and it's pretty wild. Lots of plants growing everywhere, very green and lush. And it just seemed really reflective of this whole experience for me. I just, in the beginning felt like so many pieces of myself were missing, not quite whole. And through this experience with you all and Ben and Tam and each of you, I feel like, I don't know, I don't have the right words, but just more whole and full of growth, I guess. And in many ways, I feel like each of you have been, either the sun and the rain and nurturing this experience along for me to grow. And I don't have enough words to express how grateful I am for that. And I'm a little emotional, so. Passing to Laura.
Hey everyone, my internet's been a little unstable. We're having big storms here tonight. I just want to start off by thanking everybody. It's been a wonderful experience. The word witness keeps coming to mind tonight. I feel like I've been blessed to be a witness to y'all's growth. And to look at nature and art and photography and all the reading I do, it just all seems a little bit different. I see new themes. One of my favorite Mary Oliver poems, and I'm blanking on the name, but in part of it, she says, pay attention, be astonished, and tell about it. And I just feel like that's what this is. And as I've been rereading a lot of philosophy and poetry and so forth, I keep seeing that theme, and it's current writers. It's going back 100, 200, 300 years. I'm sure I could go back further than that. But it's a human appreciation for the more than human world and our connections to it. And this is has been one way of integrating all that for me. And doing my immersion in late September, so 2 months from now. I'm looking forward to that. And I feel like even within the next 2 months before I do that immersion, I'll be looking at this even differently than I do now. But it's been a great experience, and I want to thank you all for being that. Oh, and I'm passing to Brooks. Is that right? Okay.
Thank you, Laura. Hello, everyone. I am also very emo right now, so I'm going to try to hold it together. What I am harvesting is it's just solidified this sort of deprogramming journey I've been on. And the knowing that I can strive less and every moment doesn't have to be producing something has been really validating. Also validating feelings that I knew about nature, just really supporting what I sort of already knew within. And I also, I think it was Tam that mentioned hope. I'm sure we're all thinking hope in some ways, but it also gives me hope in this world, knowing that there are other beings out there that are seeking answers for yourselves or seeking ways to share things that we need in this world. I don't know, I don't think I have to pass to anyone, but I just want to end by saying thank you to you all. And Ben and Tam, it has been such a pleasure to be guided by you and supported by you. Thank you.
And I believe you're going to pass it to Christy.
Oh, sorry. I'm passing to Christy. I literally have it written down here. Christy.
Thanks.
Oops.
I will start with my harvest project. It's kind of funny. I didn't read the description for the harvest project until just a couple weeks ago. And I actually laughed out loud at the description of it because I accidentally did my project over the last year. I started an Instagram as sort of a journal of sorts to post pictures in and thoughts and things about when I decided to take the course moving forward. So I started it in July 2023. And when I read the description, I was like, well, that's kind of great. I've already done that. That's like the epitome sort of what the project was about. And I really did, though, enjoy going back in it from the beginning and sort of seeing my own thoughts and progressions through it. And then when I had to do my visual web of interbeing, I really struggled to remember that it was my visual web of interbeing and not actually part of my harvest project, because it was sort of the last thing I did, and it made me, reflect so much on everything. And one of my big takeaways from this course is that through sort of integrating everything we've been doing into my daily life, it's brought so many things back into my life. And one of those things that I hadn't even really realized had gotten away with me was being creative regularly and doing art. And so for my visual representation, I ended up doing a painting. This is my painting. It's probably hard to see. I will post a picture, I'll post my Instagrams because it's on there as well. But just the fact that I had spent so much time, drawing the tea plants and doing different things that brought creativity back into my life, I'm very thankful for on just that sort of base level for this course. And then, of course, thankful for all of you and everything we have learned, and how much this course has sort of brought me back to the core of myself. I'm very thankful. I do my immersion for 4 weeks with Tam in Vermont, and I'm very excited about that. And I feel like because that's so close, I don't have that sort of as much of a feeling like, oh, this is the last bit, because I know I'm going to see some honey badgers there. But yeah, I have those bittersweet feelings that everybody else has of, every Tuesday for 6 months is a long time to spend with people. So yeah, so that's it for me. I'm passing to Elizabeth, I believe.
And hey, can we pause and just have a 5-minute bio break? Because we're about at that point. And then we'll come back at 1 past the hour with Elizabeth.
I just want to start by saying, and somebody else touched on it, that I think that one of the pieces that really allowed me to thrive during this course was the grace and freedom that that Ben and Tam provided with what I think I largely would have viewed as coursework before. It was this beautiful invitation to go at a speed that was comfortable for me and felt good to me and my body and my being. And as a result of that, I was able to give myself permission to do it in a way that was thoughtful and spacious. And as a result of that, I think that I harvested so much. So I just want to give a very real thank you for that. It set such a beautiful tone, and I would lobby, if I were a lobbyist within ANFT, I know you have so many of them, that all of the cohorts should operate that way if they don't already. I don't really know how to put into words what's happened over the last 6 months. I think I'll just say that my life is forever changed. That I think I was given the gift of reconnection to a part of me that was still there, but I hadn't spent time with or allowed to surface in a very, very long time. A testament to that is that I was leading a walk 2 days ago, and I gave the invitation to greet the trees, and I went out to do the same, and I found a tree that was, in like the very beginning of the training, I think it was one of the walks, you guys say, introduce yourself, your name, and a tree from your childhood. It was that tree, right? The tree that I spent hours with as a child. And it was like it reappeared to me in this park, halfway across the world, basically. And spending time with it was just so beautiful, and I felt so young and different and connected. And then the other thing that I'll say is just like this concept of reciprocity that is so needed right now in the world. And that's what I did my harvest project around, was how kind of around that notion of how can I give back to the beings that I get so much from every single day, that always show up for me. They're always there in their calm, steady ways. And another just beautiful gift. And finally, I will say that I'm very jealous of people who have not yet been on their immersion, because I went on the immersion that just happened a few weeks ago in Colorado, and it's beyond words. So I'm so excited for everybody else who gets to experience that still. And truly, truly deep, deep gratitude for each of you, Ben and Tam, and just all the beings that have been with me along the way. Thanks. Passing to Gretchen.
Thanks. I feel like I'm harvesting so much, and it truly feels serendipitous that I found this training when I did, and it feels like a journey of remembering. It's hard to pinpoint what exactly I want to share, but as I thought about it, I think just this whole process has been sort of a reconnection for me to the present moment and the inspiration that can provide. I wasn't sure what I was going to do my harvest project on or what it would be. And when I kind of sat down with my notebook that I had been keeping during this whole journey, I realized that without really meaning to, when I would go to my sit spot or just be out in nature, I had just started writing. And I never kind of sat down and meant to do it. It just kind of happened spontaneously. And because of sort of the space that I was in with this training, unlike other times when I've done creative writing, I just accepted it, and I didn't spend hours judging it or editing it or questioning whether it was right or value judgments, is it good? And that was just such a microcosm of all of the lessons that I'm taking from this. Sometimes in training it was said, you can't think your way into relationship, or, you have to go outside to really catch the invitations. And I think for the better part of my life, for a variety of reasons, I have tried to think my way over and over again into things and out of things. So this was an experience to really explore what it's like to be embodied and be in that space. And so I just wanted to share one of the poems, a short poem that actually is the last one that I wrote from July 21st. So here it is. Queen Anne's lace, stretching thin pale arms upward, like the lingering smoke streams of a burst firework hatched across the sky, or a timpani drum whose turn has finally come to beat. So thanks to you all. I'm really grateful for all of you, and I'm passing to Heidi.
Thanks, Gretchen. Thank you all so much from my deepest parts of my heart. I wrote some words down, and container is a word that comes to mind. What a profound container. Spirit led me to this specific group, and I couldn't be more grateful. I'm feeling very raw this evening, so thank you for being who you are, a safe place. Be held. Make love to silence and the forest. Life is full of choices. Don't think of them as rights or wrongs, simply choices. And with choices come more choices. breath, our vital force. Listen, the forest knows you. You must let it find you. Gift. It is life. May we know it, see it, and feel it each and every day. Grace. And I'll end with authenticity. It's a word that I'm working with. And for my part of my harvest project, there's so much I'm harvesting. I have not completed everything yet. I'm hoping to, but I will have grace with myself if it does not get completed by the 13th. And I'll end with just saying what a deep honor and joy it has been to work with you. And Tam and Al, or Tam and Ben, thank you so much for this container. It's truly been magic. Let's see if I can get this bigger. So, let's see if I can share my screen. Do I have to drop it into something, Ben?
No, you just click share screen on the bottom and then just pick whatever window you want to share.
Okay. Something else popped up when I hit share. No. Desktop 1, maybe? Are you all able to see it or no?
Can't see anything yet.
No?
If you're in basic, there should be like different windows like Firefox or Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or whatever. And then whatever you're trying to share, you just double click that.
Yeah, it says Google Chrome. I think I have to set up preferences, but
Hey, if you want, you can just shoot me the link in the chat and then I could share it if it's on Google, if it's like a video or something.
Do you have the window open like on your computer that it's in?
I do. It's just in a JPEG form.
And what app is opening it?
Just the image app, like from photos.
And what do you see when you press share your screen?
It's showing that, oh, desktop 1. Here we go. Wonder if I do that. It's showing like desktop 1, whiteboard, iPhone or iPad, AirPlay, preview. Here we go. I think this might work.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, there we go. Good.
So just to create one of the creations I've made from spending time with the forest, and I feel that I'm over my 2 minutes, but nature is what allows me to see light and beauty in others. So just one reflection. And with that, I'm passing to Holly.
Drop it in the WhatsApp.
Will do. I'm passing to Holly.
Hi, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, good. I'm calling in from Italy, so it's extremely early in the morning. And I will probably be popping off after I give my thanks and my thoughts. Everywhere I go, probably very similar to you all, is I talk about nature and the forest and how it's changed me and how it's allowed me to reconnect with myself. And people always like, what is forest bathing? Oh my gosh, I want that experience, and so on and so forth. So because of that, this has been a very, important step for me. in wanting to, share that kind of feeling with other people. I think people really are desiring this reconnection with nature because of their disassociation due to technology. And so that makes me very happy that to have learned the way of the guide and to have been with all of you on this journey. We're bonded for life now. I'm grateful for the WhatsApp so we can all stay together and keep in touch. And I'm extremely grateful for Tam and Ben. You two are just awesome human beings. This is your calling, and I feel very privileged to have you been mine and our guide throughout this 6 months, which has gone very, very fast. I agree with everyone else who has said this. So, but anyway, yep, I'm grateful for everyone here in this group, and I'm grateful that us honey badgers can stay together going forward and continue to share our stories, and this be not a sad ending, but a happy beginning. Okay, from Venice, Italy. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.
Let's see, I think Holly passes to,
I think it was to me.
yes, that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks to Holly, even though I think she just immediately left, but that's great. When I signed up for this journey, my thought was just to enhance the current guiding practice that I already did as an interpretive guide. So I was just thinking, I'm going to do this, gain some new skills, try something new, and enhance what I already do. And I certainly, it will enhance what I already do, but also a completely different way of doing things, which I've learned unexpectedly. It's a completely different way of thinking and doing. But the most value that I actually take out of it from this course is the transformational value for myself. Like others have said, I found a huge value in finding this kind of playful side for myself again, which I've always really, really struggled with, being a fairly serious person and never wanting to look silly and, having anybody judge me. So just kind of letting go of that perfectionism and being able to find sense of play and enjoyment in the forest is a really great thing for me to take away from this. And really enjoyed hearing everybody's thoughts, their experiences, everything that everybody else had to share throughout this whole course. And also so grateful to everyone for that, and grateful to Ben and Tam for just their skillful guide, guiding us through this process and having so much grace and so many things to teach us and help us to go through this. And another great takeaway is that sense of reciprocity, which has been mentioned a couple of times, and that's what I did for my harvest project. So for my harvest project, I tried to do something thinking about what can I do to kind of give back a little bit. And so I did these little, I went out on a walk, I collected these leaves that had fallen, and I used them to make impressions in this clay, and then folded them up into these little bowls, which are little pollinator bowls, so to provide water for bees and other pollinators. And there's just these little leaves, and I painted them with non-toxic outdoor paint. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but this is just one of them. And I did a whole bunch of them, and you just fill them up with fresh water, and you fill them up with rocks so that they have something to balance on, and so that they don't drown. Yeah, that's what I did for my harvest project, trying to give back to nature and all of the amazing things that it's given to me. So thanks again, everybody, and hopefully this will not be an end, and we'll keep in touch. Thank you so much. I am passing to Jane T.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
I just wanted to say thank you for everybody. I don't usually feel comfortable speaking in front of the group, but then this experience was very healing. Everybody was very accepting, so I really want to thank you for that. And when I signed up for this course, I thought I'm gonna learn how to connect with nature, and I did, but also the connection I felt within this group and outside of the people I interacted with through my forest therapy practice, like the connection with people were very rewarding. And also it was so satisfying to be able to put words, to be able to describe what something I knew in my heart or my body. This course gave me some way to describe it, and I really felt like homecoming. But at the same time, the journey just started. So I'm very excited about it. And the course talked about the stories, the whole story, in your, hold your story loosely. And then I think the story I'm coming up with now will keep changing. So I'm really looking forward for my new story to emerge. Thank you, everybody. And I'm passing to Jamie.
สวัสดีค่ะ โอเค ถึงเบนแพมแล้วก็เพื่อนๆทุกคนค่ะ ตอนนี้ฉันก็รู้สึกว่าสั่นสะเทือนอยู่ข้างในมากๆ ไม่น่าเชื่อว่าฉันจะเข้าเรียนกับทุกคนมาได้6 เดือนแล้ว เวลามันช่างผ่านไปอย่างเร็วมากๆเลย พี่ส่งจดหมายไปให้โบในไลน์โอเค ฉันอยากจะขอบคุณจากใจจริงสำหรับประสบการณ์ที่น่าทึ่งเกี่ยวกับการเรียนรู้ Forest Bathing ในคลาสนี้ค่ะ การได้สัมผัสกับความงามของธรรมชาติอย่างใกล้ชิด ได้ออกไปทำกันบ้านสูดอากาศบริสุทธิ์ ได้ยินเสียงนก ได้ยินเสียงสายลมที่พัดผ่านใบไม้ทำให้ฉันรู้สึกถึงความสงบและกลับไปเชื่อมโยงกับธรรมชาติได้เหมือนกับบ้าน กิจกรรมต่างๆที่เราได้รับมอบหมายร่วมกัน ไม่ว่าจะเป็นการเดินช้าๆในป่า การนั่งสมาธิใต้ต้นไม้ หรือการสังเกตความเปลี่ยนแปลงของธรรมชาติรอบตัวล้วนมันมีความหมายแล้วก็สร้างแรงบันดาลใจให้กับฉันเป็นอย่างมาก ฉันรู้สึกว่าตัวเองได้เติบโตขึ้น เข้าใจแล้วก็เป็นส่วนหนึ่งกับธรรมชาติมากขึ้น เบนและแพม ฉันขอขอบคุณสำหรับการสอนที่เยี่ยมยอดและสนับสนุนตลอดการเรียนรู้ ฉันประทับใจในความรู้ความหลงใหล ความทุ่มเทของพวกคุณที่มีต่อ Forest Bathing และการแบ่งปันความรู้นั้นให้กับพวกเรา ฉันรู้สึกโชคดีมากที่ได้เรียนรู้กับพวกคุณ และนำความรู้ที่ได้รับไปปรับใช้ในชีวิตประจำวัน ขอบคุณโบเป็นพิเศษสำหรับการแปลภาษาอังกฤษที่ยอดเยี่ยมทำให้สามารถเข้าใจเนื้อหาได้อย่างเต็มที่ และไม่พลาดรายละเอียดสำคัญใดๆ การแปลของโบมีความชัดเจนแม่นยำทำให้ฉันช่วยเรียนรู้ได้อย่างราบรื่น สุดท้ายนี้อยากจะขอบคุณเพื่อนๆ ทุกคนที่ร่วมเดินทางในคลาสนี้ด้วยกัน การเปิดโอกาสให้ฉันได้เรียนและเป็นส่วนหนึ่งในคลาสนี้ ขอบคุณที่สร้างพื้นที่ความปลอดภัย การแบ่งปันประสบการณ์ทำให้ฉันได้รับแรงบันดาลใจจากทุกคน ฉันรู้สึกอบอุ่นและดีใจที่ได้เป็นส่วนหนึ่งของชุมชนที่น่ารักแห่งนี้ ขอบคุณทุกคนอีกครั้งสำหรับประสบการณ์อันล้ำค่านี้ และถ้าคุณมาประเทศไทยอย่าลืมทักหาฉันด้วย ยินดีต้อนรับทุกคน ส่งต่อให้โบค่ะ
Okay, let me translate for like Jenny. She actually wrote kind of like the letter. So to Ben, Tam, and everybody, currently I feel like shaking inside. Cannot believe that our class is already passed by 6 months. How the time flew by. I deeply feel appreciate and thankful for these amazing experiences, learning class together about the forest bathing. I can feel all of the beauty of the nature much more closer, can breathe more, hear more for the bird, and feel more from the wind through leaves. I can feel guarded, and this make me feel more peaceful and be back home with the nature. Through all the activities, all the excitements, not only just a slow walk in the forest or even meditation under the big tree, including observing the changes from the nature allow me inspired and provide me some meaningful of life. I can feel that myself slowly growing, understanding and be a part of the nature more and more. And this eventually lead me to feel the true peace inside my body. To Ben and Tam, I honestly thank you so much for your class and like the teaching way, including all of the support for her, for me along this journey. I truly impressed about the knowledge, the passion, and the effort that you guys give to provided to the whole forest bathing and share those experiences, including knowledge to us. I feel supremely lucky to be your like student to learn from you guys, and I will surely apply all of this knowledge into my daily life. And thank you both so much for helping the translation part, which can help me to truly understand all of the content with the details that everyone share along in the class. And lastly, I would like to thank you all of the friends who be kind of like the partner along of this journey. And thank you so much for opening an opportunity for me to learn and be a part of this class. Thank you so much for being a safe space and a container and let me learn and share all of the experiences together. And this inspired me to continue doing this, and so glad to be a part of this community. Right, I will continue building this community onwards. Again, thank you so much everyone for this invaluable experiences. If any of you guys plan to come to Thailand, don't forget to contact me. I welcome everyone to be here. Thank you. And this is the letter from Jenny. Yeah. Thank you so much for being so nice to both Jenny and I as well. Yeah, she feel truly appreciated with all of your support. Yeah. Even a lot of time, even though sometimes Jenny cannot understand like truly word from English, but she can feel a lot of energy of how you guys share and a lot of things. Yeah. she feels so heartwarming. Thank you for the community again. And for me, I would like to thank you so much as well. It's not just welcome me to be a part of translator for Jenny, but you guys kind of like embed me to help Jenny and let me feel like I'm a part of this community as well. Yeah, feel really appreciated for this journey. I have learned a lot along Jenny and all of you guys as well. So thank you so much. Yeah, for us. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think that is the last one. Did we miss anyone? Okay, great. Well, as a last invitation, I just want to invite you all after we close this call to maybe find a being, and that could be a human being, that could be a pet being, that could be a houseplant being, that could be a being outside the house, and just go whisper, "I'm a forest therapy guide." And maybe just listen, see what that being has to say. So yeah, as you come to the close, you're provisionally certified as a guide, which means you're a full guide. And then if you want the lifelong guide designation, you just get through that immersion in the next 2 years, 2 years from the 13th of August. And yeah, I'm sure I speak for Tam. I hope we'll get to see you. I know Tam's going to get to see at least some of you in Vermont. But yeah, it'd be lovely to see you on an immersion. And I would love to see you on a retreat or on one of the remote programs I'm teaching. So I'll send out a little more information about that now that you don't have so much on your plate. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Tam, anything you want to share before we close up?
I mean, I would love for you to take some screenshots and we could do some group photos here before we end. And if you don't want to be in the photo, you can just turn your video off or just take a couple screenshots. But I can't do it, Ben. You have to do it because I'm on this iPad that
I can do it, but there's so many of us, I can't get us all in it. But okay, I'll take a couple. Okay, so yeah, if you don't want to be in the screenshot photo, turn off your camera. Let's all say trees. Trees. Okay. And I'm going to shift to the other side of the screen. Okay. Trees. Beautiful. All right.
And then I do want to just say it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been really fun and kind of a wild time. I feel like there's been, so much just lifing happening in this crowd. And it's been truly like a supportive space. Like I've felt like there's been just the supportive space, like the space is just happening. The honey badgers are just honey badgering along. And it's just been a really fun time. Like, thank you for just bringing your you-ness to this. It's been really, truly enjoyable. And I look forward to hanging out with some of y'all in person who I get to do that with, and definitely keep in touch. We have our optional contact list that's in the footer of every email we send. It's also in the course. Add your stuff to that. If there's more you want to add to that, there's a few columns. You can even add columns of other things you want to share about things you're doing. If you've got cool programs, opportunities, whatever, please put it in the spreadsheet.
Right on. Yes, the WhatsApp group is a forever group. So if one of you wants to be an administrator for the WhatsApp group, you could message me privately and I'm happy to make you an admin. And then that just takes one thing off of the plate for me and Tam, just in case anyone drops out and needs to get back in or whatever. But yeah, we'll definitely stay connected through WhatsApp and some cohorts like to try to organize like a group call every once in a while post training. So if someone feels energy around setting that up, that could be cool too. But yeah, until we see you again, may the forest be with you. Congratulations.